Hello everyone, Mary from Energy Girl here, certified energy practitioner of the Eden method. And I mention the Eden method because this video on long haul COVID symptoms is taken from Donna Eden's webinar of the same topic. So Donna is a pioneer of energy work. She's a seer of energies. So she sees people with COVID and what energy systems are out of whack. So she created a 75-minute video, a webinar not too long ago. And what I wanted to do is not recreate the wheel, but I wanted to shrink it down to just the exercises. So she has a lot of narrative and explanations in her video about where the energies are scrambled, how COVID affects the body, and other interesting information. But I wanted something that people could go to for their daily COVID routine. So this is just about a 30-minute video to cover all of the exercises. Pick and choose from whatever symptoms you're having. You might not need the whole routine. Everything might feel good. Pick exercises that resonate with you and go with it. So again, when we're talking about long haul symptoms, for COVID, we're talking about a whole plethora of ideas, right? And pick one. So you've got fatigue, you've got brain fog, you've got taste and smell issues, you've got headache, digestion, even the COVID toes and a neuropathy kind of situation. So GI issues as well. There's really just, there's no concise way people are responding to this virus. So here I'm recording in January of 2021, and our numbers across the country are going through the roof. So this is not just to say that only long haul COVID people can do this. Acute, if you've just had it, just recovered, if you've got it now, by all means, go for it. Try them out, see what it does for your energies. So again, with energy work, and especially with these exercises here, we're looking at addressing two rules of energy. One of them is that energy needs space to move, and that energies are designed to cross over from one side of the body to the other. And these exercises do just that. Donna's in her webinar, she says that if the energies are not crossing over, nothing else works. You're not able to heal, you're not able to ground, no amount of intervention is going to really kick over until your energies are crossing over and flowing properly. And not to mention, she says people who get COVID in the first place are often homolateral, or where they are not crossing over. They're running more parallel. So it's all the more important to get our energies and keep our energies crossed over. So I'm going to put links below for the daily energy routine, Donna's energy 5-minute energy routine. A lot of these exercises are from that routine, as well as my add-on video for the daily energy routine. There's 3 exercises in there that I add to my personal daily routine because they're great for overall health, but they're also here as well. Also posting a tracing Meridian video, because we're going to be tracing some here, and it's just a video on how to trace all of them to keep all of them going, as well as the link to Donna's 75-minute webinar, so you can feel free to watch that and learn all the information about it, as well as the exercises and what she has to say about it. So COVID itself is quite the shock, of course, to our system. There's going to be neurovascular points we work with, neurolymphatic points, acupressure points, and you don't need to know what these are, but we're going to be trying to break some long-term habits. When you're dealing with long-haul COVID symptoms, your body, the longer you had your symptoms, the more entrenched those energetic bad habits are, if you will, and they're just deep, and we want to break through those with some of these exercises here. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to need a chair and a spoon. Anybody who knows Donna's work, you're going to need a spoon that sticks to a kitchen magnet. So grab one of your flatwares and use the spoon. So the first thing we're going to do is address about 5 or 6 exercises that deal with crossing over, right? Because if nothing else works, if you're not crossed over, we'll start with that. So shoulder pull with pressure from one shoulder to the opposite. It doesn't matter which one you start with. We're just going to work opposite shoulder to opposite hip with some pressure. And if someone can do your backside with this, that's going to help even more. Just taking shoulder to opposite hip. Now we're working on cross crawl. Again, these are part of the daily routine. And again, we're reminding the body this is the way This is the way you need to be. This is the way we like things to work. Opposite hand, opposite knee. Now this exercise I've added myself because I do love this for a crossing over exercise. It's the Thai flow. Right hand to the left side of your neck, and we're just sweeping around, and then the other side. There we go. We're going to do this several times. Again, you can't cross over too much. So I'm just adding in the Thai flow, clearing away some of the junk in the throat. Now we're working with the heart chakra. We're doing figure eights with the heart chakra, crossing over. We all know how instrumental figure eights are if you're familiar with Donna's work or my videos. So we're working with heart, we're working with lung, any sort of respiratory issues. And we're going to bring these figure eights. We're just going to continue making the figure eight past the throat, on up to the eyes. And again, this is one of the eye exercises that I have in my eye health video, Donna's eye exercise videos. If you really want to ramp this up a little bit, take your hand, reverse flow if you want, and follow your hand with your eyeballs. So again, this just takes the figure eight pattern into your brain by way of your eyes, reminding your body, crossing over. So the last crossing over exercise involves the Mingmin Point, which find your navel. It's going to be your opposite navel, and it's on your spine, off to the side. We're just going to massage off to the side of your spine, stretch. We're just really working that point. You can even tap it if you'd like. And then we're going to put our hands right there to hold it, and we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale through the mouth. All energy breathing is in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we're going to slowly bring our hands around. We're going to get to our chair, and we're going to cross over our arms to our thighs. Have a seat. Bringing then the crossed arms down to our knees, and we're going to rock. Heels and then toes come up a little bit with the rock. Again, just crossing over. The next part of this is uncross the arms and take our thumbs and put it right behind our knees, and then wrap our hands around our upper calves, really, just below the knee. We're hitting or acupressure points here with kidney and stomach. And again, while we're holding this, we're going to rock. We're just rocking, soothing the body, hitting some acupressure points here. And then we're going to take our hands and come down the front of our legs, off the feet, and then we're going to come up spleen. So we're going to bring our hands to our inside of our great toe, inside of our legs, inside of our thighs, to the front side of our thighs, to the rib cage, up to the armpit, and down, and then tap. And that Mingmin stretch exercise, feel free to do that as often as you can. It's wonderful for crossing over and just general overall health. The next group of exercises is all with the chest. This is lungs, this is respiration, heart, blood pressure, circulation, wonderful stuff. So the K27s are at the end of our clavicle here, a little bit down in between the rib bones, and we're just going to do some tapping of the K27s. This is again part of the daily routine. And then with our right hand, we're going to take our left K27, and then we're going to find that clavicle bone that goes all the way out toward the shoulder, and we're going to massage underneath the bone. Really working underneath the bone all the way to the point where it meets the part where our arm meets our torso. And we're really going to work that part. Again, this is all neural lymphatics. It's important that lymph not be congested. And then we're going to do the other side. Left hand to the right clavicle, massaging underneath the clavicle, all the way up to where the crease is. Torso meets the arm. Any sore spots, got one right there, mean that that's energy congested. It just needs to be worked on. So then we're going to work on our sternum, or our breastbone, right here in the middle of our chest. We're going to work and really massage with some pressure along the outside of the sternum first. Again, we're working neurolymphatic points. The lung neurolymphatics are here, and gallbladder. When you think about lungs emotion is associated with the emotion of grief and sadness. So who amongst us after 2 years hasn't had grief or sadness related to COVID? So really work that, and then we're going to work the breastbone itself. And we're just going to really put some pressure into massaging the bone itself. Again, we're just moving energy. Moving energy. Heart and lung kicking in here. All right. The next exercise is the diaphragm. So the diaphragm, it's an isometric exercise, meaning there's pressure coming from two sides. So the diaphragm is located right where the sternum ends at the end of the rib cage. So we're going to put one hand on top of it and the other hand on top of your first hand. We're going to take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we're actually going to hold and push our chest out into our hands and push our hands into our chest before we do a slow exhale. We're going to hold this push for a couple seconds, and please feel free to sit down if you get lightheaded or dizzy with this one. So we're going to take a deep breath in and push. And slowly release. So there's a lot of energy shifting here with this exercise. So again, you're pushing your chest into your hands and your hands into your chest. Let's take another deep breath in and push out. And then slowly release. Nice. So our liver is the next organ where we're going to work on. We're going to detox our liver here, working with our arms. And I know it sounds crazy, but welcome to Energy World. So detoxing, the liver is associated with the wood element in Chinese medicine, and the wood element controls ligaments and tendons. So we're actually going to work with some ligaments and tendons here in order to help our liver go into a healthier state. So we're going to put our arms straight out with our hands dangled down, just like this. And we're going to tighten the wrists so that you feel the stretch along the up part of your arm, and you're going to pull your arms out a little bit so you do feel it in your shoulders. We're really working those ligaments and tendons. So when we do an inhale, we're going to flip the hands up, and then you're going to feel it underneath. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Then we're going to take our spleen and our liver here, and we're going to hold for a deep breath in. Ooh, and out. Again, we're going to come down the front of our body, off our feet, and we're going to come up spleen, so the inside of our feet, inside of our legs, to the thighs, into the ribs and the sides, and tap. And then we're going to hold hands to the heart. And we're going to do this for 2 breaths. This brings in the vagus nerve. Again, it's all about calming. Tapping into the heart. Because the liver has hundreds and hundreds of jobs on a normal basis. not even addressing COVID. So we need to really give our liver a lot of love here. Okay, triple warmer smoothie. So this is going to be my modification of the triple warmer smoothie. We're hitting some neurovascular points. We're going to do breathing with this one as well. We're going to use the breath. We're going to use three-fingered notches, which are the index, middle, and thumb. And we're going to make 3-point contacts to our temples. We're going to start at our temples. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Then we're going to move our fingers to the inside, to where the entry is to our ears. Take a deep breath in. Then we're going to slide the hands above our ears. Again, keeping the 3-fingered notch. Take a deep breath in. Coming around to behind our earlobes and that little divot there, the base of our ears. Deep breath in. And then with our fingers, we're going to slide along outside of our neck to our heart again. Take two deep breaths here at the heart. The next swipe there is bringing in the vagus nerve. And let's do that one again because there's a lot of steps. So we'll start with the temples. Take a deep breath in. Near the entry to the ear. To the top of the ear. To the base of the ear, behind the earlobe. Bringing our hands down to our heart. 2 breaths. All right, so the next one involves the triple warmer again. Triple warmer is all about stress and habits, and the exercise we just did helps to break some habits and relax some of the stress in the body. Triple warmer, so when you look at doing this motion, most people do this when they're cold to warm up. And interestingly enough, we're hitting triple warmer points. I just want you to do this with me. We're hitting points. We're rubbing on the outside of our arm, we're hitting triple warmer points, and triple warmer controls body temperature. So it's no wonder that when we are cold, we instinctively do this to try to warm up because, as we all know, our body knows what it needs. It's speaking to us all the time, we just have to learn its language. And again, you can do these exercises for however long it feels good. So I'm going to move on though to the crown pole. Again, we need to make space in the brain as well to allow oxygen and glucose and energy, blood even, and spinal fluid to move up into the brain cavity more. So crown pole, midline, put some pressure on the midline of your skull and pull with some pressure about 1 inch away. And we're going to do this throughout the whole midline of our head, all the way to the back, all the way to the neck. Now we're going to swipe it off the neck and we're going to hang on the shoulders for a breath. This is great for headaches, for any congestion. Excuse me. Woo, wonderful. Okay, next stretch is next. So head midline. So we take a deep breath in. And we're going to tilt our head to one side as we exhale. We're going to do both sides, so it doesn't matter which one you start with. Take a deep breath in. And we're going to come down a little further. And you feel the stretching in the neck, and maybe a little into the shoulder. Another inhale. Exhale as you stretch the neck more. Another one. At the end of the exhale, bring your head slowly up. Going to take a deep breath in. And go to the other side as we exhale. Four breaths, Stretching further each time, making space in the neck. Really feel that in the neck there. I also like to just do a little back stretch. A little different than the Thai flow because we're not opposite hands, but just pulling energy from the back to the front. Wonderful. This is where we grab our spoons and we have a seat. We're going to do spooning our feet. Again, Donna talks a lot about this in her video, but it really resets our polarity to our electromagnetic bodies by spooning our feet. And the fact that it has to be magnetized means that it has the mineral composition to attract the iron that's in our blood and to reset our body's polarity so that when we're grounded, we can truly ground. Spoon in the bottom of the feet, any way you want. Circles, up and down, figure eights, however you want to do it. And then we're going to do massaging of the feet, massaging of the gaits, and that's G-A-I-T-S, is the area between the bones, right here on the top of the foot, as we're really working and putting some pressure in to break up energy that might be stuck and stagnant in our feet bones. We're going to work, I work the thumbs on the heel as well. The heel and the sole of the foot. Really give your foot a good massage, including the toes. So we're working the front of the toes, the back of the toes. We're going to move the toes forward. We're going to stretch them backward. Then we're going to try to pull them away from the foot. And we're making space. It's all about making space and then just sweeping the energy off the foot. Do the same with the other foot. Work the heel, the sole of the foot, the back of the toes. And we're really working the top of the foot from the whole bottom of the ankle all the way down in between all the foot bones there, all the way toward the toes, stretching forward, stretching backward, stretching out, and then just pulling the energy off. Wonderful. So the belt flow is next. These next two exercises are in my add-on video. They're all about GI health. If you've got GI digestion issues and inflammation from COVID or just in general, these are great exercises. So the belt flow breaks up energy in the belt region. So again, we're going to find our Mingmin point, our opposite navel, and we're going to work with the Mingmin. And we're just going to stretch and bounce the Mingmin as we did for the other exercise. And then we're going to pull as far back as your arms can reach. We're going to pull the energy around down the opposite leg. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and down off the feet. Other side, as far back as you can reach. Other side, and another set. This side, and again down the opposite leg. Awesome, wonderful. So the ileocecal valve is the next GI gut health video. The landmarks we're going to use, pinky fingers to our hip bones. We're going to put the pinky fingers on there and then put our palms right onto our lower abdomen near our groin there. We're going to put a little pressure in, and on the inhale, we're going to sweep our fingers all the way up to the rib cage. Okay, so we're going to take a deep breath in and then sweep it off. We're going to do that twice more. And we're really putting some pressure in. And then the last time, we're going to sweep up like normal. And then we're going to put some pressure in as we sweep down. So that's the ileocecal valve exercise. Last but not least, the exercises for taste and smell. So the smell exercise starts with flushing of the large intestine meridian. The meridians are energy highways that run through the body. They're associated with organs and body systems. The large intestine Don't ask why the large intestine meridian down here controls the nose, but it does. So we're going to flush it, meaning sort of give it like an oil change. We're going to pull the old stagnant energy out, bring in fresh new stuff. So the meridian itself runs from the little finger, or the index finger, to the little divot above your upper lip here. So by flushing it, we're going to trace it backwards once and then forwards 3 times. So we're going to start with tracing it backward, down off the index finger, and then coming back, index finger, up the arm, shoulder, neck, to that little area. We're going to do that 3 times. This is number 2, to the little divot. And again, we're just clearing out the old. Then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Back flow, emptying out, and then bring in fresh new 3 times. This is a good flush to do if anybody has Crohn's or diverticulitis or any irritable bowel symptoms anyway, just to give the large intestine some good juice. So the next exercise for smell is to rub this little divot in your upper lip here, on the outside of your, in between your nose and your lip. Now this exercise, Donna says we need to do for 3 minutes. So I'm not going to do this for 3 minutes. I'm just going to have you, just suggest you pause the video and do it while you're home, and then restart the video for the rest of the exercises. But this is a 3-minute exercise to really rub this. It is interesting because for nosebleeds, you know, I had a teacher once when I was in primary school that had a nosebleed, and she rolled up some tissue into a long tube and shoved it up in between the gum and the lip, and it stopped the nosebleed. And so it's interesting that we're rubbing that now to address our sense of smell. So again, 3 minutes on the rub. Taste. For taste, there's 3 exercises for taste. One is the hookup, which is part of the daily routine. So I want you to grab your middle fingers, one of them in your navel, the other one in between your eyebrows and your third eye chakra. And take a deep breath in. So this hooks up front and back meridians that meet in the back of the throat, thus the connection to taste. And again, you can do this as long as feels good. 1 minute, 5 minutes, 3 breaths. Yep, excuse me. I yawn when my energies sync up, so I apologize for the yawn there, as my energies synced up. So, tracing of the heart meridian. So the heart meridian controls tongue and the taste buds. And to trace it, we're going to start at the armpit, and we're going to come down the inside of our arms, coming off the pinky finger, but I want you to squeeze the tip of your pinky finger when you come to the end. So again, tracing up and squeeze. We'll do that again. Trace, squeeze, down and squeeze. Wonderful. The last exercise is stomach points with our thumbs. We're hitting our cheekbones. This is a tap in the daily routine, but we're not tapping here. We're putting our thumbs into our cheeks and really pushing up with a hard pressure on our cheekbones. And then the rest of the fingers go to our forehead very gently. So hard thumbs to our cheekbones, soft fingers to our forehead. And again, this is a 3-minute exercise. So this brings in heart, this brings in calm, this brings in stomach, neurovasculars. We got stuff going on here. So there's a whole lot of stuff that's going to affect your taste and bring your taste back. And again, 3 minutes. Woo. Again, you can do it longer if time allows. So that's the end of the exercises. Again, there are deeper protocols that Eden practitioners can do depending on where your symptoms are and how out of sync your energies are. So I will enclose a list as well below, a link to the practitioners around, so you can find one near you if so desired. As far as frequency, I would do this whole routine at least once a day if you're a long haul COVID person. 2 to 3 times would be great, but pick and choose your exercises. See what resonates with you. If you only have taste and smell, go with the taste and smell exercises. But remember, the crossing over exercises are hugely important because nothing else is going to work if your energies are not crossed over. So again, I thank you for watching. Subscribes and likes are always appreciated. I wish you all the best. Be well.